Hey everybody, this is KrystolJoi, and this series that I'm about to do, it is, first of all, this is the first time I've ever done a series, so, bear with me, but it's going to be a series of videos that I'm going to do featuring this baby. This is the Crystal Powder Paw Palette, and you can purchase this at KrystolPowder.com. And they cost, I believe the cost is $15. I think I paid $19 total. That's with shipping. And it is an awesome tool to use. And I use it practically for almost everything that I used for my face for today. So, if you want to know more about the Crystal Powder Paw Palette, as well as some of the products that I'm going to use using the Crystal Powder Paw Palette, say that 10 times fast. Crystal Powder Paw Palette, Crystal Powder Paw Palette. Okay, you could say it. If you want to know how I used it and what I did to use, how I used the Crystal Powder Paw Palette to do this here, stay tuned. Keep watching. When you order your paw palette, and I think they're like $15 or $20 now. $15 or $20. And you get it in, and there'll be like a piece of paper stuck onto there. And what you do, you take that piece of paper off, and then you just wipe down your palette with some alcohol. I use 91% alcohol because it dries faster. I have zero patience. So basically, it's just like a plastic thing, and then there's an elastic band, and it's adjustable. And that's why I'm saying you can wear it on the back of your hand. You can wear it on your wrist. You can even hold it like in the palm of your hand. If you're a type of person that just likes to put stuff in the palm of your hand and then do it, you can. But it's a pretty cool thing to come up with. There it is on the wrist. There it is on the back of the hand, and there it is in the palm of the hand. So it's pretty awesome. And the band is it is adjustable, and it also stretches. But I do believe that you can get, if you need a larger band, you can get a larger band. You can order a larger band, a special larger band for your paw palette. And the cufflet that Encore Makeup is coming out with, it hasn't come out just yet. But you can reserve yours, and I'll also put the email address somewhere up here because I can't remember right now. You can reserve your cufflet from Encore Makeup, and his will actually be like a stainless steel type thing. But if you want to get something like this and have it right now, you can get it right now from KrystolPowder.com. If you want to wait and get the one that's from Corin, you can. That's all your choice. I'm not going to tell you go one way or the other. But if you want to get the one from Corin, you can. You can, like I said, you can reserve it and get that email address and just RSVP for yours. And the one that Corin is doing, the cufflet, is actually coming out October 1st if you don't RSVP. Corin actually DM'd me on Twitter and said if you reserve yours, you can get yours before October 1st when it comes out. So, just saying, if you want to get it, reserve yours now. So, I'm not sure how much the ones that Corin is selling, how much they're going to cost. But, like I said, the one from KrystolPowder.com, it is, I want to say I paid $19, and that included shipping. So, get it before the price goes up. Because once the patent is approved, that $15 price tag is going to go sky high. So, what I'm going to do, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I am straight barefaced, okay? I have nothing on. All I have on is moisturizer and lip balm. And what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to try out the paw palette. And I'm going to use my newest foundation. This is MAC Matchmaster Foundation. And typically with MAC foundations, I like to wear NC50. And I know a lot of people, they think that is way too dark. And, oh, you're not NC50. You're like NC45. I don't believe I'm NC45. I don't see that. I mean, I might be NC45 right here. But I got a two-tone face. So, I like to go darker and then highlight. Instead of just wearing the lightest color all over my face. Now, if I just wear like a little bit of foundation, you know, in the T-zone and the cheeks, then yeah, I'll do like NC45. I'll do a lighter color. But if not, then I'm going to stick with the darker NC45. All right, now, the next thing, the first thing I'm actually going to do, I'm going to take this cream foundation. And this is actually Black Opal's cream foundation in, I think it's Truly Topaz. I need to get the hazelnut one because it's darker and it matches better. You see what I'm saying? Like, this, it matches the lighter parts of my face, but not the darker parts of my face. And this is similar to like NC45. If you're, you know, if you're a Macer, you know. I know MAC is not the end all be all of all makeup, but a lot of people use it. It's very popular, and you can't deny that. So, sorry for making the MAC references for those of you who are anti-MAC, but that's just the honest to goodness truth. But like I said, this is Black Opal's Truly Topaz cream foundation, and this is kind of similar to NC45 as in the color. And this actually came in a stick form, but my stick, for some whatever reason, it broke, so I took all the foundation out and I put it in one of these little containers. You can get it from Walmart for like $1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this cream foundation and I'm going to use it just for like highlighting. And actually, I totally forgot. I need to prime my face. I like to put my foundation on, or not my foundation. I like to put my moisturizer on and then prime with, sometimes I use a high-end primer. Sometimes I don't use a high-end primer. And when I say high-end, when I say high-end low, I mean high-end low. I'm talking e.l.f. and Makeup Forever, okay? The e.l.f. Mineral Primer, I do love this primer. It's almost comparable to Smashbox's Photo Finish Primer as far as the formula and the way it feels is concerned. So, and it costs a fraction of the price. I can't believe I dropped that. I'm so close. This costs like $6, I think. Yeah, this is $6. And the other primer that I have is the Makeup Forever HD primer. And I can't remember how much this costs because I didn't pay for it. This is actually one of the things that I got when I did the O2B tutor classes. Which, by the way, you know, if one comes your way, you better sign up. Also, there's K-Talk. But I'm not talking about Corn today that much. Love him, though. So, I'm going to take my primer, and I'm actually going to put it on the Paw Palette. Why not? It's there, right? So, I'm going to take it and put it on the Paw Palette. And I'm just going to use my fingers to put it on my face, because it's not like I'm not working on somebody else, so. And when you put your primer on, you want to, I'm going down, but I need to go up. You want to go up and out because you don't want to force your skin to sag any more than it naturally will eventually end up sagging. So if you go up and out with your moisturizers, primers, foundations, whatever the case may be, I'm not going to say that you'll prolong aging, but you won't speed it up by doing that practice. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take my cream foundation, again, put it on the palette, instead of on the back of my hand. And I like to use Sigma's concealer brush, the F75. And there's also the F65. There are MAC equivalents to these brushes if you want to get a MAC brush, if you're a MACer. And I'll post them somewhere around here. Alrighty, now take your palette, take your brush, and I like to get the foundation on the brush, and I like to put it right under the eyes. And I love this about this brush is that it comes to a point. And I don't like to really wipe it on there. It's just not what I like to do. Alright, so now that I have transformed myself into a hot A mess, I'm going to take my fingers. Your fingers are your greatest tool on yourself. It's really on yourself. Your fingers are great. Awesome. So, take my fingers and just kind of blend that into my skin here. Next, I'm going to take my MAC Match Master Foundation. By the way, my color of the Match Master is 7.5. There you go. In case, you know, if you're about my color, 7.5 is the shade for you. And I did 2 pumps onto my paw palette. You see what color that is. You know, you might look at it and say, it's too dark, but we'll see. We'll see what happens, alright? And I'm actually going to use my Sigma F80. I've never used this brush, and that's because, I never used liquid foundations. Like, when I bought the brush, I thought that it would be good to use on cream foundations, but I tried it with the cream foundations, and it just didn't work as well for me. So, I will definitely use this with my liquid foundations. So I'm just gonna kind of tap it onto the palette. And I don't know if y'all saw this, but I used, you know, different sections of the palette. Like right here was where the primer was. Right here was where that cream foundation is. Right here is where my Match Master is. So I'm just gonna tap it on using my Sigma F80. And first off, notice what color it looks like when I put it on. It doesn't look like it matches my skin. So, let's see what happens once it blends. And I don't know if you even really noticed, but what I did, I just kind of tapped it all over and then buff. So, alright. And the awesome thing about this foundation is that you can build up your coverage. And don't forget your neck, guys. You know, you want to kind of get it to blend in, you know. So, we don't want it to be, we don't want to have, as my older sister would call it, the line of defornication going on. Don't call it that. If you call it line of defornication, I promise, you better not tell nobody I say if you say that either. Don't call it line of defornication. It's just a joke my sister and I have. But, yeah. You don't want to have a line that, you ever notice how people who, when their foundation isn't blended and it's not the right color, there's like that line right there? Yeah, that's a line of demarcation on the face. And a line of demarcation actually just means a separation line. There are lines of demarcation with states, as in like the United States of America, you know, between countries, on a map, things like that. But there's also the one that there is on the face where your foundation doesn't match your wrist. Doesn't match your neck. It looks crazy. And how do you tell somebody, hey, your foundation's all jacked up? You can't, really. So, the next thing I'm going to show you guys what to do with the paw palette. It also helps with using pigments, mixing different pigments, or if you want to mix your own lipstick with using OCC lip tires. So if you want to continue watching how I use the paw palette, then stay tuned for the rest of the videos. But if not, then that's all I have for you guys. Until next time, y'all take care of yourselves, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.